got the windows right there?
I got these windows. Give me a hand. Come here. Right on the table. Go look at the table, guys.
Come on out here. Come on out here. Where is he?
Thanks for joining us here tonight at 10. I'm Jessica Ralston. The son of a megachurch pastor in New Albany is facing charges now in connection with allegations of sexual abuse. Nick Veland is here with reaction from the church and some former members, Nick.
Yeah, Jessica, this is a case that we've been looking into over the past couple of months, and today an arrest was made with Gary Thomas Cassie Jr., the son of the two lead pastors at Faith Life, now arrested and charged with rape.
The initial reaction was relief.
Eric Venon was a member of Faith Life Church for 4 years and ultimately decided to leave around 2019. As a father who took his kids to this church, he's feeling a range of emotions after hearing that Gary Thomas Cassie Jr. was arrested at his home in Johnstown Friday. Cassie charged with 2 counts of rape. Both are felonies. According to court documents, there are a total of 3 alleged victims, all who are under the age of 13. The first reports of abuse happened when Cassie himself was between 12 and 14 years old. Cassie is a former leader at Faith Life Church and the son of lead pastors Gary and Brenda Cassie.
He was presented as a rock star at this church. He was put in a position where he would have access to young ladies, and you see what happens. And unfortunately, unless real transparency and accountability happens, I think this church needs to shut down.
The church's attorney sharing a statement saying, in part, the complaint alleges incidents that occurred approximately 2 decades ago that in no way involved Faith Life Church. The allegations have been investigated by the Licking County Sheriff's Office, and Faith Life Church has cooperated fully with the investigators. The Licking County Sheriff's Office was asked to start investigating in February by the Knox County Sheriff. This was after the Knox County Sheriff's Office and Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost had to recuse themselves from the case due to conflicts of interest. Brenda Cassie is a Knox County commissioner and decides the sheriff's office budget. Yost is personal friends with Brenda and Gary Cassie. It's a case that has some former and current members questioning their faith in this church.
Anger, really. I mean, I think the whole community has a right to be angry that there's a church that we've brought our families to, that we allowed our kids to go to homeschool community to, and come to find out that they weren't safe.
And Gary Cassie Jr. is being held in the Licking County Justice Center. His case will be heard by a Knox County grand jury on Monday, where more charges will be considered. After that grand jury meeting, the Licking County Sheriff's Office says there will be a news conference, and we will be there to bring you all the latest information that we learn. On your side, I'm Nick Veland, Fox 28 News.
Licking County Sheriff's Office was asked by the Knox County Sheriff to conduct an investigation due to there was a conflict of interest. A report was made by a victim that Gary Thomas Cassie Jr. had engaged in sexual conduct with her when she was 5 or 6 years old. This abuse continued over 50 times and in various places around the home. 2 other victims came forward and also claimed they were sexually assaulted by Gary when they were children.
God damn. Fuck me. Good thing the fucking brakes work.
Somebody better take that turn before that car came, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, we have them. We're done.
We don't need to clear the house.
Nope. Turn them on.
Car turns up ahead.
Quite a few turns, folks. Hang on. Holy shit balls. Well, it all depends. Yeah, he goes to roll. It's going to be on the right.
Yep. Garage or front door?
Front door.
All right, stopping. Front door. 6 miles. Good luck, guys.
Yep.
I'm on Detective Channel. Who signed it?
Brand store.
Lights on, Corey.
Alright, perimeter units, we're at the house. You can proceed this way. Nice.
I try to get on that side of the MRAP.
Maddox was thinking the church up there in Alexandria on
I want
Boots
to know
Run.
what the brief was. Go up, knock, give him time. If not,
Mash it.
we doing a surround and call out, or
I guess we're gonna find out.
that'd be nice to know what the hell's going on.
He's gonna miss Miller. Gotta hope this door don't swing open.
I think it's latched.
Yeah, I think it's latched.
It's just not.
Not hitting the seal.
Alright, turns up over the residence, no change.
Cameras on.
It's about 30 seconds out from the driveway.
I'm on detective channel. Fuck it. Who signed it?
LA751 will be out at the address.
Cameras on.
Lights on, Corey.
Jared ain't got his on.
Alright, perimeter units, we're at the house. You can proceed this way.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I try to get on that side of the MRAP.
That's what I'm doing. Covering that way? Okay. Coming up to you, left. Coming up in front of you. I got left door. I got left door.
Sheriff's on the search warrant! 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 Sheriff's office!
Alright, we got a female coming out. Give me hands. Come out. Come here. Come here. Alright, what's his name?
Gun on the table.
We going in?
Gun on the table, guys.
Call him out.
Sheriff's office! Sheriff's
Want me to
office!
go hands on her?
Announce yourself!
Back here, person.
Sheriff's office, come to the door! Come here!
Come out.
Come here!
We just got out of the shower.
Come here.
Getting dressed. Hey, I got hands. Come out.
Come here!
Come out.
Come out!
Through. All the way through. All the way through. I got hands. I got hands.
Back! We're done. We're done.
Yeah, there's a gun on the table right there.
Is there anybody else in the house? No one? Where's your phone at? In your pocket. Okay.
Montgomery. Full stuff by that gun. All right, Tom.
Hands. Take it easy, take it easy. We're good. What happened?
You're being placed under arrest right now.
Okay.
You got any guns on you, anything like that?
I don't have anything on me, no.
Tom, is there anybody else in the house? No one?
All right, he's good.
Where's your phone at? It's in your pocket? Okay. All right, Tom, you can come with me.
Okay.
We got a marked car.
Rolling up now.
We are done, correct?
Shut the door.
Hold on. We got Montgomery sitting there with a Glock right inside the door.
Okay.
We'll. Bobo,
All right.
we need to clear it and grab them some shoes. Guys, going?
What's that?
We got 40 sitting right inside.
All right.
We need to clear it and grab them some shoes. Guys, going?
Oh, you want it cleared? All right. You just dropped something, Hamilton. Slow and easy, folks. Slow and easy.
There shouldn't be anybody else.
Copy of the search warrant?
Huh?
Where's copy of the search warrant?
In my car,
Where's it at?
just down the road.
Okay, we need that.
I know.
Before you guys leave. Who's there?
Just whoever's the last person.
Before that MRAP leaves this property, I want that search warrant.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
In my binder, there's 2 copies. Just rip the top copy of the search warrant off.
Nice. Everybody has a Glock on there. There's nobody else in here, right? You see the 40 sitting there?
Yeah. Got 2 rifles. I think one's an air rifle. The other one's a big caliber bolt gun in the closet.
Well, that's a Glock 45 or something sitting
I
there.
didn't see that one sitting
Right
there.
there on the counter.
I think you dropped that.
We're not leaving until the search warrant gets here. I didn't grab it out of my car. So Jay said, stay here on the house. Woody's going to get it.
All right, so we need one holding inside then.
I also don't think flip-flops or something.
Yeah.
Where would flip-flops or something be for it? Or just some shoes?
Over there, that room over there.
All right. Hey, Bobo, we need to clear it and grab them some shoes.
Well,
All right, we're going to take that car. We'll get you some shoes. We can walk in the grass over there. I'm Captain Moore with the Sheriff's Office. I've been one of them that's been part of the investigation.
Okay.
All right. You're being arrested right now. We have 2 F1 warrants for rape against you. Okay? So we're going to walk over to that car right there.
Yeah.
We'll get you some shoes. We'll get you back to our office. And we'll have an opportunity to sit down.
Well, I'm only going to talk to the attorney. That's fine. Huh? Okay. I love you.
All right. You're going to go right there, that deputy.
Okay.
he's been checked, but double check him.
Bring ours back.
Yep. We're going to need some shoes, all right? I appreciate it.
Yep, they're working on it.
What's up, Ricky?
Yep. You guys brought every single person out, huh?
Not everybody.
I don't see Chris. I guess he's in here.
Negative. We got to 21.
Ouch. They won't his cops. You want to switch?
Mine.
Okay,
If you want to
they're-
switch them,
no, they're
or just
fine.
hold them. We're going back to the
We're going
office.
back to our office.
Just have a seat in there. Just because it's a tight squeeze. So.
There you go.
But when you try to click on it, that's for
Okay, that's fine.
So
I'll buckle you in here. So I can You gotta sit sideways. You can't.
I can go on the other side. I'll go on the other side.
Yep. Yep, I know it's tight squeeze. More, am I rolling?
Ready to get his shoes?
I don't think so.
Grab it. Good standby?
Yeah.
Alright, going down.
Clear.
All right, we're cleared up.
Going in. Alright.
I'm not taking shields, so
Load easy, folks.
load easy.
There shouldn't be anybody else.
Are you with you too?
Load easy. Opens wide right.
With you, Brad?
3 doors.
With you?
Okay.
Alright, I'll take right.
All right. Brad, take it with.
Floor.
Small room, clear.
Front room, 2 doors. Back door, closet. Burgess.
Yep. Closet. It's locked. But my garage.
Door left. Steps, I think.
Watch your steps.
Yeah. Basement.
Hold on.
Let's leave out.
Clear.
Shall we? We shall.
We shall. Yep. Nice BMW.
Clear in here.
Clear in here.
Basement probably where you guys are going to want to go. What the heck is that?
An air rifle.
Yeah.
Second one's not.
I didn't see. Where's the second one?
Another big gun in there.
Oh yeah. There's a revolver right there. Coming out.
Come on out. All right, we need 2 more up. 2 up. 2 up. Burgess.
Yep. Coming up.
One go down.
We got 3. Bobo,
Right?
can you jump in?
Yep.
We need a 4. Ready?
Yep.
Hit it.
I'm going left.
I'll go straight with Bobo. Clear. We're coming back to you, George. Clear. What the hell is that shit?
Need more?
Coming back to me, or is there a door there? I'm to your left. I'm to your
Yep.
left.
I'm coming to you. Coming to you, George.
I got him.
On you. That we just cleared that garage to that door. That it was just locked from the outside.
Basement's clear.
Coming up.
Basement's clear?
Yep.
Choose for.
Careful.
ring camera there on the tree.
Yeah. Blue, one in. We get shoes.
Shoes. Shoes are. Hey, Lobo, walk straight. There's pants and shoes. Right by the couch table. Coffee table and couch.
There's some slides right there. That'd probably be easier, don't you think?
No. By twos. Slow and easy. On your back.
3 doors. Okay.
You guys got the 3? Holding here.
Coming back to the radio. Sheriff's office.
How many you got upstairs?
Sheriff's office. We need
Get 2 more up.
We need first steps.
Come on out. All right, we need 2 more up. Burgess.
Coming up. Coming up.
We got 3. Bobo,
You want to split right?
can you jump in?
Yep.
We need a 4.
Ready?
Hit it.
Much longer. Make it lock left.
Copy. I'm going left.
I'll go straight with my left.
Door and bar.
Room.
You holding that? Or are you going to do it? Come over to me. Thompson. Thompson.
Need more?
I don't know where Thompson went. You coming back to me, or is there a door there? I'm to your left. I'm to your left. Got room.
I'm right here. We're good.
I got him.
All right. It's like a maze, so.
It's more of a maze.
Garage.
We just cleared that garage to that door.
Okay.
That person is walking outside.
Basement's clear.
Basement's clear.
Basement's clear.
You good? All right.
Want me to stay here or just
Clearing it.
going right? Close door. Small room. Clear.
Good.
Coming out.
Moving up.
Bathroom.
Clear. Bathroom. Closets. Good.
Got a gun safe, multiple. It's open. So, clear over here.
Up and downhill.
You want to slide by me and search his back bedroom?
Yep. Sheriff's office! Got an open door. Sheriff's office! It's a huge bathroom. Sheriff's office! Open door. You're right. Sheriff's office! Clear in here. Clear.
Clear. Keep coming out.
Coming out. Got some big bullets right there.
What you got?
Upstairs, downstairs.
Alright.
Upstairs is like a landing.
Did anybody go up yet?
No one went up or down.
No one went up or down. Alright, we'll go up.
Alright, I'll go down.
Walk away to the right and then straight.
Like old.
You got right?
Yep.
Ready to hit him.
Sheriff's office!
How many you got up there?
Sheriff's office! I'll hold. Sheriff's office! Sheriff's office! Coming out, this room's clear.
Hey, where we at? Where we going? Where we need?
Straight.
Straight?
Haven't been cleared that way. I don't think he has.
Good. Hold on. Leave that closed for now. We'll go
Yep.
in.
Yep. Closet. Sheriff's office. Clear.
Okay.
Coming out.
Open that door. Clear. One in. We get shoes?
Shoes.
Shoes are.
His room.
Hey, Bubba, walk straight. There's pants and shoes. Right by that couch.
Coffee table.
Coffee table and couch.
Slides right there. That might be easy, don't you think?
Hurt my hand beating my door.
Got a cobweb right there. Yeah, right. Oh, PS3? Instead of 5. Unless it's an old 4.
Clear up here, boys.
Alright. Work down to the basement. Basement's clear.
Basement's clear?
Upstairs clear. Upstairs.
Upstairs, clear as well.
About that guy. Yeah. Boy, sit on it? Or
There's nobody else in here, right?
no?
40's in there.
Yeah.
You got 2 rifles. I think one's in there. Right?
That closet's got a gun safe open in it.
See that one's in right on the counter. I think you can drop that.
Thank you.
I'm not leaving until the search warrant gets here. I didn't crack out my car. Jason, stay here on the house. Please don't do it.
Alright, so we need one holding inside then.
Montgomery can do it.
I was gonna say it's climate control in there.
The climate control. Yeah. Looks like a 19 with a 17 mag. Nice pond.
Yeah. Nice place.
Yeah, it's insane. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, you're right.
I can answer. That's a copy of the search warrant. Basically, we're just there for time. If you have any questions right now, would you like my business card in case you want to call? Sure. Okay, let me go get that. If there's a problem with it, get with me and I'll look at it.
Yeah. When we leave here, we're going to get down to the county garage.
Oh, that's going back
to debrief.
Debrief. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
You need anything else from me?
I think
or
we're good.
I'll put that in as. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the weirdest thing is about 2 months ago.
Good afternoon, you folks ready? Good afternoon. I'm Licking County Sheriff Randy Thorpe, and here present with me today is Licking County Prosecutor Jenny Wells.
Good afternoon.
Captain Jay Cook, Captain Gus Moore, Chief Deputy Chad Dennis, and Chief Deputy Chris Barbuda. As many of you probably may be aware of, earlier today, the Knox County Grand Jury returned a 27-count indictment against Gary Thomas Kesey, Jr. on various sex-related criminal offenses. I would just like to talk a little bit about the investigation process. Licking County received this case on February 7th. So over the period of a couple of months, these investigators worked hard, spoke to many various, I want to say, witnesses, victims, and the result is the indictments that were returned today. It's been a case that's drawn a lot of attention. But I just want to make sure everyone realizes that our focus is on the victims. That's what matters to us. The victims in this case, unfortunately, had to wait. It's my understanding that that there were victims that came forward as early as December. We received the case in February. There were a couple of agencies that looked at doing the investigation. They opted not to, for their reasons, but when we were asked, we felt obligated, the churches in our county, and we felt that justice wasn't being served to these victims, so that was our purpose for taking the case. As for the indictments and the breakdown of that, I'll let Jenny Wells speak to that.
Can you share it? Good afternoon. Thanks everybody for coming here today. I do want to commend the Licking County Sheriff's Office for their extensive investigation, which led to the case being presented today to the Knox County Grand Jury. They did a thorough investigation that took them to multiple states and led them to tracking down somewhere near 40 witnesses that they've interviewed. And this case is far from over at this point. But as the sheriff said, it was time for us to move forward with the information we had at this time and present the case. So today, the Knox County heard testimony and did return that 27 indictment the sheriff spoke about, involving 3 victims of sexual abuse who have come forward. These courageous young women have spoken out and come forward, and they are to be commended for their bravery and supported. They're very serious charges that we've considered and the grand jury voted on: 11 counts of rape, 11 counts of gross sexual imposition, and 5 counts of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. And as I indicated, that the investigation is still ongoing, and we simply would ask, and I'm asking on behalf of the sheriff's office as well, that anyone who has any information or anybody who has been a victim, that they still can come forward and share that information with law enforcement so they can conduct an interview. Any questions or anything else?
Out of the victims, the 3 victims, with respect to what were their ages?
Sure.
They alleged assault act.
Sure. The victims' ages range from approximately 6 years of age to 15 years of age, and that includes all three. Some obviously were only 6 or 7. One was 10, and the other victim, it was a long term from approximately 8 until 15.
Did any of the abuse to the church?
What does that mean? I'm not sure I understand. Have I connected any?
Does victims have any association with the church, and did any of the abuse have any relationship to what his job was at the church?
All of these victims that have come forward so far were members of the church at some point or another, having grown up in the church since they were young. So there is no evidence that we received up to this point of anything occurring in the church or at the church.
At the time of it, with where the investigation stands now, is there a sense of how many victims are involved at this point, and any sense if any more victims may come forward?
As I indicated, we have indicted. The grand jury returned indictments on 3 victims, and those are who that have come forward and disclosed sexual abuse.
Sheriff, you mentioned earlier how this is all about the victims. I mean, this is extremely hard to just read this indictment. What has this been like this last month or so? Talking to those 40 witnesses, talking to these victims and investigating this case.
Can I let one of the investigators speak to that?
I'd like you to stay up to the podium. Sure. As they stated, we were handed over the case. We began the initial interviews and then obviously speaking with the victims. It's kind of sad to say our part of this is easy. It's all about the victims. It's them retelling their story. So we tried to minimize, them retelling it. So again, the focus is on the victims and the hard part's on the victims.
Do you know any reason as to, why they chose to come forward now? And also, if other people are talking about coming forward, if those witnesses that you talked to had some sort of relation to these victims, do you know any connections?
As the prosecutor mentioned, they were all members of the church. This case is far from over. There are others we want to speak to. So I don't really want to comment on where we're going futuristically with the investigation.
And I would add, disclosure of sexual abuse is a very personal decision. So the why is a very difficult thing to answer.
Got a question for Jenny Rose. So Tom Cassie was a minor when the abuse occurred?
Some of the charges that he's been indicted on did occur are during the time period when he was under the age of 18.
So after the prosecutorial sense, what happens is he charged to prosecute as a minor? Or?
Since he is over the age of 21, common pleas court has jurisdiction on all those offenses. And so it just goes along with the adult charges as well. And then the court takes that into consideration at the time of sentencing after trial. But that's the only distinction.
You seem did you say you're around 40 witnesses that were spoken?
I believe that's correct. Is that
a specific number then? Is that?
It's not exactly 40. It was around 40. I can't remember, 38, 42. I'm not sure. Somewhere around there.
Do you believe that the abuse ended in 2011, or is there any concern that anything happened between 2011 to present day?
Based upon the disclosures from the victims, 2011 is the last information that we have of victimization.
The churches said that there were 2 suspects. Can you confirm this? There were 2 people involved in sexual abuse allegations?
Lieutenant,
I can comment on that. There has been allegations against 2 separate suspects. However, the only one we investigated was Tom. I believe Fairfield County Sheriff's Office is handling the other case.
Fairfield County is?
Based upon the information that was disclosed, that the acts occurred in Fairfield County.
Can you talk about how his role at the church did it give him any access to these victims, and did his role at the church have anything to do with how he was able to victimize this?
So I'm going to indicate kind of what my general thought is on sharing information, that the case will be tried in court and the evidence will be disclosed in the courtroom. I think based upon the disclosures from these young ladies, that his role in the church changed over time, and some of these offenses were occurring as a juvenile as well when he did not have authority in the church.
Do the allegations in the Fairfield County case involve sexual assault as well?
I would refer you to the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office. We've done no part of that investigation. They're just kind of running parallel with ours.
Has bond set at, and what's the next step?
Bond has not been set yet. He will be appearing on Wednesday at 1 o'clock in Knox County Common Pleas Court for a bond hearing and arraignment.
Was there any reason he had to be arrested on Friday?
That was an investigative decision that we make.
Because some of these offenses took place when he's a minor, are there any other adults who could be charged in this case?
Again, I'll say the investigation is ongoing. We're just going to leave it at that.
Is he considered flight risk?
I would certainly make that argument that he is considered a flight risk given the serious nature of these charges, one of which carries a 10-year mandatory to life in prison if convicted. So yes, I would say that.
What comes next for you guys?
Arraignment, Wednesday. As I indicated, law enforcement's still investigating. So they're still continuing to work on this case and do other things. But for court, it'll be the arraignment and the bond hearing on Wednesday. And then the case will be set for trial.
I think will the trial take place here in Licking County? I know the grand jury was in Knox County, so we're going to keep it.
It will be in Knox County, yes.
I had spoken to the source earlier on, and this might be for you. What's your name?
Gus Moore.
Gus. That a detective had been contacting someone about financial mishandlings from the church. Is that something that was a part of the scope of this investigation, or is that something that you're going to be investigating in future?
As far as the financials, that was not our investigation. We did not go into that. Our focus, again, was on the sexual assault allegations. I know that there was some information given to us, and it's been passed on to the proper investigative unit, but we are not currently investigating it.
Which unit would that be?
And we contacted the state with it, which, as you've seen, I believe they did an investigation in 22, maybe?
Correct. So it's with this Attorney General's office then?
We passed it on. Whether they reopened that investigation, I don't know.
Will you be transferred to Knox County Jail, and if so, when?
Our understanding is we are going to be housing them in lieu of Knox County. And so, no, he will be housed here.
Can you speak about how Licking County got to take the case from Knox County because the Attorney General wouldn't?
Sure. Knox County Prosecutor Chip McConville contacted me and asked me if I would consider taking the case as special prosecutor, given that there was a lot of information surrounding the church being in Licking County, and the Licking County Sheriff's Office taking the investigation. I thought it'd be appropriate for me to take the case. So that's all.
So going in?
Yes.
Why were his parents subpoenaed? Why were Mr. Cassie's parents subpoenaed to appear before the grand jury?
That was a prosecutorial decision that I made to have them come in and give information at the grand jury. They had not made a statement to law enforcement at that time. Prior to that,
did they cooperate or to this?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Kenny, you said that correct me if I'm wrong, but out of state and spoke to different witnesses. Are the 3 victims still here in this community in Central Ohio, or have they?
Some of the victims have relocated to different states.
And I'm curious, did any of those victims talk to each other before all this started coming out? They know, hey, this was happening to somebody else.
I would say that all of these victims knew each other as children. And that's what I'll say at them.
Could you mention his parents has everybody else at the church been cooperative throughout this investigation?
We've spoke with many members of the church, and they've met for interviews, yes.
And were some of the witnesses former members, current members? Are you able to disclose that?
All of the above.
So that
is he already kind of suicide watch?
The suicide watch, correct? Is it? I believe he's at a loss.
All right. Thank you.
Again, we would urge folks, if you have any additional information relative to the current charges, if you've been victimized, we would certainly urge you to reach out to our office, and I can assure you that we will take care of it, and there will be a full investigation. So I just want to make sure we get that back out. So, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Clifton J. Murphy, the County Assistant County Prosecutor, 0063519.
Thanks, sir. Thank you for being here.
Your Honor, good afternoon, sir. Sam Szymanski on behalf of the accused. Mr. Gazillo is seated to my right.
Thank you. And sir, you there, Thomas Gazillo?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'd like counsel to approach the bench. Please, before we begin, I have a couple of questions for you. So, Mr. Szymanski, would you please acknowledge receiving the indictment, waive the reading, and the explanation of the comments?
Yes, so acknowledged, Your Honor. My client has been receiving the indictment for many days. I've explained the same to him, read it to him, waive a reading, and whenever the court is ready, we'll enter pleas of not guilty to all counts contained therein.
Right now, please.
Not guilty, Judge, on all counts contained therein. Thank you.
All right, so addressing the matter of bond, what does the state have to say about bonds?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would request $5 million, cash surety, no contact with victims, GPS monitoring the bond is made, as well as surrender any passport. The request is based on 22 of these counts are classified as crimes of violence, and then it actually has the ability to multiple properties in both the U.S. and Canada, and as well as apparently access to a private plane. Thank you.
Thank you. And is there a victim advocate for them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And the victim's present to the care to speak.
No, Your Honor, you know what you speak. Your Honor.
Thank you. And what does that have to say about bonds?
Your Honor, first and foremost, of course, I don't need to remind the court about bail in Ohio. You understand it well. With respect to risk of flight, Judge, I'd like you to consider the following. These are facts. These aren't flights of fancy. My client does not have access to a private plane. He doesn't own a plane, doesn't have a pilot's license. He doesn't intend to flee. We have known about the existence of this investigation now for probably the better part of 3 or 4 months. It's been no secret that these accusations have been made. They've been swirling throughout social media, throughout his parents' church community. So had Thomas had the inclination to flee, he certainly wouldn't have waited until just a few days ago to exercise that intention. The truth of the matter is, Your Honor, that he respects this system of justice. He has faith in our system and in the citizens of this county to make a good, fair decision. And he's hired my firm to represent him throughout these proceedings. So he doesn't present a risk of flight. And further consideration of that contention, of that assertion, Your Honor, is that he stands before you with no record. He has a business. He's involved in production, in movie production. He's married. He's gainfully employed. He's a property owner in Licking County. His parents, who are longtime members of this community, are also owners of property here. Both of those properties are available to be pledged should the court feel that's necessary. But I would submit to you, Your Honor, that what you haven't heard from the government is any reason as to why my client presents this as a risk of flight. And the reason you haven't heard that is because it doesn't exist. And Cliff and his office are very good prosecutors. If they had evidence, if they had any fact to present to you that says, hey, this gentleman is a risk of flight, you would have heard it. But their silence speaks volumes. And the reality is that there is no risk of flight. And next, I'd ask you to consider danger to the community. These are most certainly extremely serious charges. We take them seriously. And in fact, the court is already aware, having reviewed the indictment, that I think count 17 or one of the counts might be a 25 to life. We had to go through the statute statutes, but I believe that the 2007 rape statute may carry 25 to life of a child under 13 but older than 10. So the stakes are certainly high. But I would also submit to you, Your Honor, that even if you were to assume for a minute that these counts had some validity past the fact that they were indicted by a grand jury, and we recognize how low that standard is. The last act, I believe, is alleged to have occurred in 2011. So we know from at least 2011 to 2025, my client has been doing nothing but working hard and following the law. Not a single criminal charge has been levied against him because he hasn't committed any criminal acts. So the fact of the matter is, Judge, that you can safeguard the community with global positioning satellites, with restrictions on travel, surrender of passport, we believe is wholly appropriate. But I would submit to the court that an appearance bond in an amount that reflects not only my client's lack of flight risk, but also his lack of record and the presumption of innocence, and the incredible amount of time that has passed between 2011 and 2025, it is an extremely important consideration for the court. Additionally, Judge, without getting into the strength of the evidence, because I frankly don't know how strong the evidence is. But again, if you had some super compelling evidentiary positions or facts that the government was in possession of, such as his DNA is here, his confession, you would have heard that today, and you have not. So I can only ask you to presume from that this is a case that will rest probably exclusively on witness testimony. And again, I'm not in a position to comment on whether it's strong or weak, but I can assure you, Your Honor, that my client presents no risk of danger, and he will follow scrupulously any order that you put on this case in terms of bail. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, the court's going to set a bond of $2 million cash jury without the 10%. And the defendants also ordered to pay $5,000 deposit, cash deposit, to cover the cost of the GPS monitor. Those two, the bond and cash and the GPS monitor, shall be deposited in the Knox County Clerk's office. The defendant will be subject to pretrial reporting to the Knox County Probation Department. The defendant shall not be released from the Lincoln County Jail without posting bond and the cash and being fitted with the GPS monitor. That'll be in the bond. Our officer will come to the Lincoln County Jail to install the GPS monitor. The court's going to suspend the defendant's driver's license, and the defendant's also ordered to surrender his passport and his driver's license to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office prior to his release, and the court is ordering no contact with the victims. Any other conditions of bond state things are necessary?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Any questions from the
No, sir, thank you.
anything else from the state today?
No, Your Honor.
The court will set the matter for trial. And, case.
Thank you.
Gary Kesey Jr. is the son of Megachurch's founder. He was placed in a position of authority and trust. Gary has pled not guilty to 27 counts, which include 11 counts each of rape and gross sexual imposition, and 5 of unlawful sexual contact. He groomed his victims when they were minors. There are 3 victims named in this indictment, and all were between the ages of 6 and 15 years old. The abuse started around May of 2001 and ended around May 2003. I disagree with his attorney. It doesn't matter how long ago this was or how well he lived his life since. A violation against a child is wrong, and he must be punished as if he was a career criminal and it happened yesterday. Okay? I hope you like this video. If you like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and help our channel grow by telling YouTube to suggest this video to a wider audience. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.